Beautiful California, with its terrain of cliff-lined beaches, redwood forests, Sierra Nevada mountains, Central Valley farmland, and the Mojave Desert, is one of the most popular destinations for both domestic and international travelers. The state stretches from the Mexican border along the Pacific coast for nearly 900 miles, drawing in nearly 300 million travelers each year to its famous attractions, from Hollywood to hilly San Francisco. But before all of that, there were native Californians.
We're still here.
In the U.S., unrecognized and recognized tribes, there's probably over 600.
And just within the state of California, there are nearly 200, with evidence all around that they are still here.
Oh, okay, I see.
Across the street from the iconic Santa Monica Pier is the more than 6-acre oasis named Tongva Park.
So Tongva Park is pretty much our flagship park here in Santa Monica. It's pretty much our central park, if you will. And it's important because it's a great gathering spot. I mean, there's so much to do in here.
It's also important because it is named in dedication to the Indigenous Tongva people, who have lived from the Los Angeles Basin and the Southern Channel Islands, an area covering approximately 4,000 square miles for thousands of years.
How do you say it?
Hawanti.
Hawanti.
And this means welcome to our space, welcome to our ancestral territory.
Land acknowledgement. The renaming of sacred Indigenous sites and landmarks is happening across the state. And this has been a welcomed and important partnership for the Tolowa Dee-ni Nation in Redwood National Park.
Acknowledging the original place name in Tolowa Dee-ni Nation, which is our language, is good for visitors to know the place that they're visiting in the original name.
More than 500,000 visitors come to the national and state park every year, and for good reason. Redwoods are the tallest trees on Earth, with the tallest reaching nearly 380 feet.
Wow, now of course we've all seen photos of the redwoods, but nothing compares to actually being here, seeing the grandness of them, how wide they are, how tall they are.
And the presence of the redwoods intensifies the deeper into the forest you go, walking through the grove of Titans, where the oldest and tallest redwoods live. They are so majestic and have been described as walking amongst giants.
Look at these redwoods right here. See, they look like they're separate, and we're gonna walk right between them. Those trees, I would say, are the same tree DNA. They're connected underneath with the root system.
Oh my goodness.
And as magical as it is to be in a forest full of redwoods, learning the stories of how sacred this place is to Indigenous people will enhance your appreciation and respect for the land.
It is our home, right? We're a part of this land, and I would say, that it's important to know that we really believe ourselves to be a part of the ecosystem.
There's a painful history for Native Americans in this country.
From the early 1900s until 1978, it was considered to be illegal by the United States government for us to carry forward our culture, to practice our ways, to participate in our ceremonies, to even speak our language was punishable by fines, jail time.
Which means carrying forth their traditions had to be done in secret to protect and preserve them.
This is where Creator put our people, and we're still here. That's why it's special.
The Yurok Tribe reside along a 44-mile stretch of the Klamath River in Northern California. And they are one of the very few tribes who have never been removed from their ancestral lands.
We're fisher people. More specifically, we are salmon people. Our relationship with the salmon being symbiotic, meaning that we need one for the other to survive.
Taking a canoe ride on an authentic Yurok dugout canoe is such a special culture-sharing opportunity to learn about Yurok history and way of life through stories about the ancient traditions along the river, ocean, and forest.
Just past the tree line out there is Yontaket, which is one of our villages, our place of genesis.
In 2016, the Tolowa Dee-ni Nation purchased back part of their tribal property, including Hongquit Village and Resort, which is on 40 acres with RV lots and cozy cabins at the mouth of the Pacific Ocean and along the banks of the Smith River. Buying back their ancestral land and opening it up to tourism has been an empowering move for this group of Native Californians.
Representation matters, especially in public spaces like this. And so it's important for us that, we get to tell the Tolowa history and that it come from the Tolowa Dee-ni people.
In the Sonoran Desert of Southern California is Palm Springs, the city known for its hot springs, stylish hotels, golf courses, and spas. Outdoor adventurers love the area for its opportunities to hike through palm groves and reconnect with nature, including the Indian Canyons, which have trails through the ancestral home of the Agua Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indians.
So this is Pride Rock, and this is a mortar grinding stone, one of the easiest places that people can come when they visit to see evidence of Indigenous people living here for thousands of years.
The Cahuilla traditionally lived in adobe houses and were known at being skilled in basketry and pottery.
Another special thing about being here is to know that the Cahuilla creation story happens right here in Coachella Valley. And so since the beginning, the Cahuilla people have called this place home. And we also have archaeological evidence of more than 8,000 years of existence here,
which is equal to about 320 generations of Agua Caliente people calling this place their home.
So this is kind of like sacred land as well.
Absolutely. We do refer to the land here as sacred and ancient.
It has taken a lot for Native Californians to get here, to a place where they believe sharing their culture can be an opportunity for healing.
I think the one thing that I wish people would know is that we all have our own separate identities, that there's not just one Native American people. There are the Degeno, the Kumeyaay, the Shoshone, the Chumash. There's multiple different people within this nation.
You can experience the unique cultures of different tribes by making intentional stops on your road trip to places like the Borona Cultural Center and Museum in Lakeside, which is about 30 miles northeast of San Diego, where you can learn about the history of the Borona Mission Indians that dates as far back as 10,000 years.
Through education comes healing. A lot of that coming from just the understanding. You see people taking the side of the Native American, not vilifying them. And that's just been so great, and it's so helpful for our youth coming up to know that, they're not the bad guy in the movie. They're just people like anybody else. Yeah, I think opening it up really adds to that healing.